Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. This is Random Thoughts. The beautiful mess, George, drinking his whatever the fuck that is. And the DEI hire manual is here. We are trying to do this again.
This is the do-over.
This is called the Take Two stream. The first stream was a complete, utter disaster in terms of quality. But don't worry, kids. There is probably enough shorts to yank off of that fucker because we were talking about Mehdi Hassan and we went on a good 25-minute run. There's got to be something there. So,
that's for sure.
In the hurry to do a do-over, my co-host, beautiful mess over here, has no clue what's going to happen, which is the whole point of Random Thoughts initially. So this will be fun as fuck. So, do you remember, sir, the diapers of California? You don't remember the diapers? Please tell me you don't. You got to remember the fucking diapers.
You got me. The diapers? The diapers of California.
This motherfucker over here doesn't know shit about the diaper fiasco.
40 million diapers, as many diapers will be distributed this year as Californians.
That was Governor Gavin Newsom about 2 months ago at a press conference announcing California's new free diaper program and a multi-million-dollar contract with the nonprofit Baby to Baby. But immediately critics pointed out that his wife, Jennifer Siebel Newsom, also had a relationship with at least one of the co-CEOs.
Sits on Jen's board of directors. Gavin Newsom is claiming there was this huge, rigorous process to figure out which group to partner with for this free diaper program. But was it really a rigorous process if you're best friends with the CEO of this company?
So we did a little fact check, and you should definitely go check out the story we did last month. But we could only go so far.
So far, the state will not give us a copy of the contract or the competitive bid scoring sheet.
4 days after that very high-profile press conference, we simply asked the governor's office for a copy of that contract that everyone was talking about. They told us, reach out to California Health and Human Services. They told us the contracts were with yet another agency. That agency told us our request had been received. That means legally, they had a maximum of 10 days to tell us whether or not we're going to get them. Exactly 10 days later, now 14 days after the press conference, the state replies, citing an unusual circumstance clause in the California Public Records Act, giving them another 14 days to decide if these are disclosable records. California law clearly states any executed contract is a public record, and so are competitive bid scoring sheets. Fast forward 14 more days. Spoiler alert, they are disclosable records, but the state would need another 3 to 4 weeks to get us copies. Translation, the state waited 24 days to promptly notify us that it would need another 28 days to get us a copy of that contract that the governor announced nearly 2 months ago.
A competitive bidding process.
Then, the day we were finally supposed to get the records, July 3rd, a state holiday, the Newsom administration told us they would need 2 more weeks.
It's unacceptable.
That's Jenny LaRue. She's with the...
Are you following this shit?
Oh, this is par for course with California, man. This is standard fare. I am totally following this. This is standard convoluted bullshit. This is called covering your tracks to a degree. That what they're trying to do is make it so hard and make it so that you have to jump through so many hoops that you just give up.
Millions of dollars.
This is standard fare for California.
Millions of dollars invested in this to a company that they're friends with.
Yeah.
Laundering the money. Let's just be honest here. And that's not a shocker as to one of the reasons why his wife is being investigated by the feds for a whole bunch of shit. And he's like, I'm going to get you motherfuckers. I'm going to fight back.
Yeah, but Gavin's in on it, dude. Like, he knows. He knows.
He knows where the money is. He knows where all the money has been for the last God knows how many times.
Oh, absolutely.
That motherfucker. And to stick with this, the San Francisco Chronicle has said that Gavin Newsom has been defending the Medi-Cal money that he has been siphoning for housing, food, and other services.
What the
Republicans accuse the state of abuse, and he says, no, sir, this is a perfectly legal maneuver to use federal funds for housing subsidy in California when the funds is for medical only. All right.
The same. Okay, Gavin Newsom, part of the same Democrat Party that was blaming Republicans for kicking people off medical, is taking
Yes.
funds that is
From the
specifically
s-
used for medical purposes for people who actually need it, so that he can fund his housing project, which was a failure from the outset.
Yes, sir.
What the fuck? How is Gavin still walking around, like legally walking around free and clear?
This-
Like this guy needs to be in jail.
And we talk about Donald Trump's impropriety. We got this motherfucker stealing money from the diapers, stealing money from the federal Medi-Cal, stealing money from the homeless fund, stealing money from the Palisades with a $100 million fire aid thing. And it keeps fucking going. And
where's the high-speed
nobody
rail
says
money?
anything.
Where's the
Nobody.
high-speed rail money? And you can't audit the homeless. Remember the homeless program? The 24
they
million
couldn't-
missing? Can't audit
Nope,
it.
couldn't do it.
He literally said you can't audit. He literally said you can't audit it.
Exactly. It was fucking retarded. But
If
don't
this-
worry.
I mean, and let's just be honest. He tries to claim that whatever money he gets is from his businesses. I don't know a single person anywhere, and I'm into wine. Drink a little bubbly right now. I'm into wine.
There you go.
Not one person has ever uttered the words plump jack. Ever.
I don't even know what
Ever.
the fuck that shit is. Is it
Ever.
real? Is that shit real?
Yeah, he has a
It's
winery called Plump Jack Wines or Winery.
Yeah, and Plump Jack is the LLC that covers his restaurants, his wineries,
Right.
his whatever the fuck. But
no,
I've
no,
never,
but I believe there's an actual winery called Plump Jack. Like literally, like so that was
yeah,
his
I've never
thing.
seen a bottle though. Where does that
So
bottle
watch
go?
it. Yeah, I watched his documentary about his, his comeuppance and how he, sweat and toiled with his bare hands to build the wine
I
business.
know with that.
Yeah, because he
oil
started
money.
as in wine distribution or something. No one talks about Plump Jack. Nobody. I've never heard one wine connoisseur go, "Oh, have you ever heard that Plump Jack?" Fuck
That
no, dude.
Gavin-
Nobody talks about it.
It's like
Everything
Gavin
this
Newsom
guy
shit.
does is set up to funnel fucking money, dude. It's a scam. I mean, they got Al Capone for tax evasion, right? They
Right?
got Al Capone for tax evasion because the only way they can get him. They've got Wesley Snipes for tax evasion, and the guy
Yep.
didn't do anything criminal except, I guess, didn't pay enough taxes or failed to. But hey, that was on him. And yet Gavin keeps getting away with shit. I mean, you got white collar crime people going to jail for commingling of funds and also for doing the very same thing that Gavin is doing, which is funneling money, right? Just washing money through shell companies. Well, not shell companies. I guess they actually provide a service somewhere. I don't know. But he's still walking around. And so instead of attacking him directly, they decide to go after his wife because they figured that'd be an easier target. But why? Why not just go after Gavin?
Because Gavin puts everything through her. She's the front. All the nonprofit, her name's on it. His houses are through her nonprofit LLCs. Any
Shady
money,
motherfucker, dude. She needs to
any
divorce
money
him.
that disappears goes her way. So for Kash Patel to be like, IRS, let's work together. This smells funny.
They're in
And
on it, man.
fucking, they know he's in on it, but there's no paper trail back to him. So
well, let me clarify when I said that.
I
What-
bet
what
you
I
he
meant
chucked
is-
her under the bus.
What I meant is Gavin Newsom and his wife are in on it. She cannot claim plausible deniability whatsoever. She knows
no,
very well what's going on. She knows very well why her name is on everything. She is the front.
That's what I said. Yeah. And should anything go down, he's going to throw her under the bus for immunity deals. There's no fucking
Man,
other
can you
way to say it.
imagine that?
Oh,
Can you imagine that?
he's that
All
guy.
of a sudden, hey, honey, yeah, I know look, let's just be real. You and I met because, we cheated and it kind of worked out, I guess. So we already knew it was doomed, from the beginning after all these years, right? All this bullshit. It's like, it was never going to work out. Just walks away.
Exactly.
Leaves
And
her
she's
hanging.
over there getting fucking handcuffed and shit.
I could see him doing that too, man. I mean, you may not
Oh,
be
yeah.
wrong on that. I could see that happen.
Oh, he's a fucking snake. It's going to
Yeah,
happen.
he is.
It has to happen. We have to complete the fucking story.
and he thinks he's going to do a presidential run.
I don't know, dude.
I mean,
He dropped-
and this isn't
he's-
even. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was going to say his favorability has dropped 10 points since the investigation. So I have no clue, dude, if he's going to fucking
this
survive.
isn't even political warfare. Like, this isn't targeting. This is just, hey, we've been noticing a while, and we're not letting you get away with it anymore.
No.
Like, literally, that's what it is. How is Nancy Pelosi still walking around? I don't care how old she is, dude. Let her spend the rest of her life in jail too. Like, come on.
How do you
that
go?
go
How do you start? Yeah.
1,000 a year to being a multi-millionaire, just serving in Congress? That was her entire career. That's all she did.
Well, she claims her husband's really good at stocks.
Oh, of course, with information from the inside in Congress. Of course she is.
Of course
he is.
He is.
She?
Yeah. Whatever. And
I can't tell
Ro
Democrats. I don't know. Can't tell.
fucking Ro Khanna as well, with his fucking 4,000 trades, and he goes, "I didn't know we had that many."
Hey, is it true that AOC, the bartender, is suddenly worth like 25 or 26 million? Is that true?
No, that's not accurate, but she is in the millions. She's right around 3 to 4 million.
So what's inaccurate about it?
It's just not an accurate number. Net worth online
It doesn't
is
answer my
often
question.
wrong. Why is it? I don't fucking know why it's not right.
Okay,
I know
but still, she goes from
0 to 3.
0
to
to 3 million on $172,000 a year salary.
But she claims she's flat broke, like, constantly. She's like having a lot of trouble getting around town, and gas prices and all this weird shit. So I don't know.
I mean, stop wearing all them expensive clothes. I don't know. I don't know.
You're not wrong. You're not fucking wrong. You're not wrong. All right, guys. In some odd news. Here we go.
California remains one of the worst states to move to for the year 2026. A new Consumer Affairs report ranks the Golden State as the third worst state to move to. This is the third year in a row California was in the top 3. New Mexico, Louisiana, they topped the list. Now, they determine the rankings based on affordability, safety, education, healthcare, and quality of life. California was dead last in affordability and second to last in safety. The best states to move to, New Hampshire and Utah. California remains one of the worst states.
With standouts with like Oakland, Stockton, Bakersfield, Compton. I mean, I don't know.
Shout out to KTLA for knocking that one out.
Right?
How do you sit there and every fucking interview talk about how you have all these achievements, and for 3 straight years Consumer Affairs rates you top 3 in terrible place to be?
Well, you're on the top of the list, which it's not a list that is, complimenting California whatsoever. You're top 3 in a list of top of the 3 worst places to live.
Yes. Bottom in safety, bottom in education, middle of the road in affordability. Yes, kids, we live here and it sucks. That is not a joke.
It's not all they say it is. Yeah.
Yes.
But we got the coastline. The coastline's nice. The mountains are nice. If you just get out from the center of the bullshit, the state's nice.
True. This is true. This is true.
Right?
If you go to the edges, you're okay.
You go to the edges. It's like that thin, crispy edge of a fucking chocolate chip cookie. You get just enough of that bite, a little bit of the chocolate in there. And then when you get to the middle, it gets a little mushy and more chewy because it's thicker. And you're like, it's not the same cookie I liked, right? You want that thin, crispy shit. And that's California, man. That's California. Or like a pizza. Okay, it's like that. You get a nice, crispy crust on the end, but they made it too doughy, and you get the center. It's like chewing a fucking, uncooked pie dough or something. That's California.
This is true. I can't argue with you. I can't disagree with you. We fucking
You
live
live
here.
here,
We see it every fucking day. And
Yeah.
all you dirt bags in the other states of awesome, and you keep saying how Gavin Newsom is doing a fantastic job. No, he's not. No,
Can I
not
bring
even
something up
close.
real quick?
No.
You were talking about education. We're kind of at the bottom, or ours,
Yes.
I don't know. So I'm just gonna talk about only because I've been looking into this.
Uh-oh.
So something that's been going on in California education, right? And so the state is mandating now that any child 12 years of age or older in school can now take counseling therapy without a parent's involvement or consent.
Yeah, that law did pass. That law was
Yep.
signed. Yes. Yes.
Isn't that crazy? I got another one for you. And I know this for a fact because it just came up for Modesto City School board meeting.
Yeah.
That there's now a curriculum that they're trying to push through that I think they're going to have to, based on California education mandates. There's going to be a 5th grade program. Okay, 5th graders. There will be an educational program to teach them how to explore their gender at 5th grade level.
Why? Why?
Why are they pushing this? Does that make any fucking sense? You're a 5th grader, so maybe 7 or 10 years old.
You're a girl, done. You're a boy, done. What are we exploring?
I mean, look, you turn even 18. I'm going to tell you like, yeah, between 18 plus, 19 plus, let's say 22 plus. If you really want to be a fucking thing, I don't know, whatever. You want to transition. No one's going to stop you, man. If that's really what you, but it's not, the decisions aren't to be made when you're still of the mind of a child. You're not mature enough to even understand what's going on yet. You're still developing hormonally. Why would public education, the California Board of Education, introduce this? Why would this be a thing for a fucking 5th grader to look into and challenge and question your gender, explore your gender, they say? A 5th grader.
Here's my theory. They have a pedophile in office that apparently, if you talk to, people like Brian Tyler Cohen, he would have been gone by now, but we still have Scott Wiener running for now, or Congress.
Right.
And I'm sure these are all his ideas. They have to be.
Possibly.
They have to be. And it's to soften, I think it's to soften the issue so that you could get more of this impropriety legally. That's what I think this is. Like one step after another, build it up, and then everything's legal now.
But when is it that it was okay or acceptable? When is it that the state became the parent? When is it that the educational institutions became the parent? I mean, it's in the name.
It's not acceptable. No, it's not.
Public education. Stick to the science, the math, stick to language, stick to even philosophy when you're going through K through 12, when you get into like the middle school and up. You can't put something like questioning your gender to a child's mind that hasn't developed when you still haven't taught them the tools like math and science and reading that leads to them to make logical decisions. They don't even know how to make a logical decision yet because they haven't learned how to yet. You still haven't taught them the basics. I mean, this is something that they need to tackle when they're in their adulthood, not when they're a kid.
And
how is it acceptable? And you know what, man? It's not acceptable because I've watched these board meetings. I've seen the City Modesto board meeting. I've seen Stockton board meeting. I've seen many of them. And the parents get up and they say, no, no, no. And you know what the board does? They fucking push it through. Even though the parents say they don't want it.
Somebody's greasing the wheel. Somebody's fundraising to get this shit pushed through. somehow this shit is happening. You know, I mean, if we didn't have such a small number of pussy whip Republicans in California, we would be able to actually get a petition. We'd be able to get some kind of deal on the books, get some kind of hearing. You know, the ones with deep pockets would have enough backing to at least fucking take them to court over a lot of these rulings. If we had somebody in the RNC that represents California had a backbone, a spine, maybe some
You mean
kind of
balls?
well, she has none, but
She should.
she doesn't, and that's the fucking problem.
Doesn't matter. Balls. It's come on. It's a saying. You know what I'm saying. Balls.
I know, but it
Yeah.
but just
Fortitude.
it should.
Fortitude. Here.
There you go.
Okay.
Sure. either way, this fucking bitch should take her job seriously at least once.
No.
least
The
once.
California RNC is a joke. It's a joke.
Like, how the fuck do you sit there and allow Scott Wiener to write 10 laws and pass 7 of them to basically downgrade pedophilia or the sexualization of children
Yes.
in the sentencing process or in the legal process? None of these, I don't even know how these fucking laws even get to there. If I saw that, I would be like, no, but paper shredder, what the fuck are you talking about? But
Yeah,
that's not how this works.
I agree, man. It's crazy. But going back to this, okay, so that's one thing. The California RNC sucks.
It
The
does.
California RNC sucks. They don't do anything. They really don't. They dropped the ball during the Prop 50, right? They let that happen.
Yep.
They didn't rally anybody. They all just sat on their asses.
They put
when
out a
knew it was-
commercial.
I know. Well, it was too little, too late. When it was getting to the end, when they knew it was not going to happen, all of a sudden, whoa, wait a minute, we should probably run some commercials. They let that happen. I don't even know if they're really Republican or if they're just like a bunch of rhinos acting like they're Republicans, but their whole goal is to really just keep California going down the path of inequity and hellish circumstances for children and become, let the state become the parent and all that shit. I mean, I don't understand what the Republican Convention of California, like, what are they actually doing? Because I don't see it. Look, they still have they even backed a candidate for governor yet?
They have not endorsed Steve Hilton, and he won the primary for the Republicans.
What the fuck?
Like, you would expect
work to
the
get your
endorsement.
people elected.
I don't even know if they're giving him any kind of money. I mean, I know he's rich and does it himself, but I mean, at least shoot him a couple of bucks, show something.
You know?
Just fucking, it's the dumbest shit ever. When's the next RNC meeting? We got to go.
I don't know. I should know. We should
try.
actually get more involved, dude. This is crazy.
Got to get on the
It
mic
really
and
is.
ask some questions. What the fuck is happening in this room?
Well, look, I know the podcast, I'm over the top on my show, your show. Like, I know that, but I'm actually running for school board District 3 in Modesto. I'm doing it. I have a meeting next week, and I'm gonna run.
Okay.
And I'm honestly, just getting tired of all the shit I see in schools. I mean, we're talking about children that they're trying to mold to become something that this does not represent this country, much less the state. And they're taking advantage of these children at such a young age. Like, let them be kids, man. Let them learn and develop, and let them make their grown-up decisions when they're fucking grown-ups.
But even a lot of this type of education, at least I remember it not coming around till they were at least 14, 14 and a half, whatever. What is that? Sophomore in high school? That's when you really started getting like major education in the whole reproduction, sex,
yes,
gender, the roles, all that. It makes no sense. Fucking blows my mind, dude.
None of it makes sense because you're pushing a construct of gender. Like, you're trying to teach people that gender isn't anything that's real. It's how you feel. Right? You're telling kids that gender is just an idea. Okay. If it's an idea, then explain to them why they suddenly become pregnant when they have unprotected sex if gender isn't real. if the reproductive system is something that is just made up in your mind and it's all depending on how you feel, how do you have a baby? How do you get specific diseases or issues related to a woman and her vagina versus what a guy goes through with his penis? They're completely different things based on what? Your
exactly.
biology and your sex.
Yeah.
It's not something that's how you feel, man. It just isn't.
And that's the shit. Anyway, you know, let's set this to the side.
Let's
And I got
table
two.
this.
Let's table this. Let's table this. Put a pin in it, as they say.
I know.
I
Well,
got
it could
two
be a
s-
bigger discussion. But
Listen,
I
because you
hear
got to save your energy. Because I got two stories back to back
What are you gonna do to me?
that is going to get you enough shorts for the next 10 years.
Of course you do.
Of course I do.
My
You
brother's
ready?
trying to make me blow my tops. That's what he's doing.
It's
For those who
gonna
don't know,
happen.
this is what he
It
does.
might
He pushes
happen.
my buttons.
It might happen. According to the Jerusalem Post, Iran is going to pursue human rights cases against the United States, attempt to seize all assets, and that is what they plan to do, sir. Okay, so this came out June 29th, and I've been sitting on this because I wasn't sure if we should use it here or use it on one of our solos, right? So I figured, fuck it, why not?
That's
We already had,
all good.
yeah. So June 29th, the Jerusalem Post. I know the Jews are saying it. I know it's probably fake, but this is an amazing story. Because they've been getting their asses kicked, you know, essentially, militarily, they are upset at the United States of America for human rights violations, and they are filing it with our favorite place, the United Nations, and the International Court, whatever the fuck that shit's called. And they are going to put in compensation, as in seizing United States assets.
I mean,
Now, obviously, a week later, the ceasefire blew up, and they've been getting fucking shelled for the last 2
Yes.
days. But this is still on the table.
the U.S. now, as of now that we're talking, has over 20 warships in the waters over there.
Blasting
Okay.
away. They're pissed.
One of the largest deployments of naval ships ever right now. I don't think these guys realize that the only thing that's been holding Trump back is that he doesn't want to see our troops die. Literally, that's it. If it wasn't for that and he had no heart and didn't care at all, he would have fucking wiped these guys out already. I guarantee it.
All
He
right.
just doesn't want to really go to war. That's what it is. and get into your story. They want to seize U.S. assets.
But that's
They
not all
wanna
they
go to
want.
Look, I just gotta ask this. I gotta ask this. Who's gonna fucking collect? Who? France?
They might win this. Even if they win this
Macron?
case.
Hold on. Who's gonna collect? The UK? They can't even figure out who's in charge over there. They don't even respect their own prime minister at this point. Like who's gonna collect? Who's gonna
All right.
collect?
This is what they want. They want to seize American assets, including ships and cargo, as demonstrated by the 2023 confiscation of the Advantage Suite tanker that carried $50 million worth of crude oil from Kuwait. That's what they're basing this off of. Since we have that, we should be able to do the rest, legally speaking. Again, who's going to collect? Trump's going to go, here's a middle finger and then some, and then come get me. I mean,
Why don't we just finish these guys? I mean, I'm at that point where there has to be a way to evacuate the people that are trapped there and go after these guys. I mean, we've ran so many special ops in the past. Even with Israel's special operations capabilities, like why aren't these guys eliminated yet? Like really? Because they don't have real support of their people.
they don't have any. If all the reports are true, that they only have regular missiles and bullets. It's not like they have the nuclear stuff we keep talking about.
Dude, we just took out their maritime tower. And we didn't have to blow it up. Just a few well-placed shots and took it out.
Yeah, So they acknowledge that they have a limited ability to seize property, but
where? I'm waiting. Like where? Like where's this? How is this? Okay. They go from that to during Khamenei's funeral, to having people protest and showing pictures of Trump and other political commentators and figures saying that they're going to kill and assassinate these people. Straight threats, right? You just publicly threaten the president. Cool. All right, cool. Good for you. Iran, go ahead.
Right.
Let's go ahead and try to come through on that one. Go ahead.
I know that. Okay. The international court is one thing, but their own courts, their Iranian courts, obviously were biased.
I know. I get it.
They ruled in favor of the patients who had sued. I guess Iran is a patient. I don't understand how that works out there, but whatever.
Huh?
They sued the United States government over sanctions that they claimed stopped Iran from importing medicine for a rare skin disease causing death and suffering.
I mean, they're fucking creative. No, the cause of death and suffering is the Islamic regime of Iran, you fucktards. It's you and your own clerics. It's your fucking... It's your theologic government. It's your authoritarian ways. It's the IRGC. It's you fucking idiots. Ever since they came into power in 1979, they are the problem. It's like when we're talking about Mehdi Hassan earlier.
Yeah.
You got Hassan Piker, Sneeko, all these guys talking about how, Iran, thousands of years of history, such a great nation. Yeah, it was a great nation before the Arab Muslim invaders came to take over Iran. And ever since then, it's the poor people of Iran have been under the thumb of these fucking extremists, forcing people to change who they are, trying to erase their actual culture and everything they had to offer over thousands of years. I mean, one of the actual oldest religions ever, predates Christianity, by the way, came from Persia.
Yeah.
Zoroastrian, I think. I always mispronounce it, but people understand what I'm saying. It is said to possibly even be older as far as a recorded religion. Now, I'm not saying Christianity isn't old. I'm talking about recorded, like where there was texts and everything. It's possibly even older than Hindi or Hindu. Like literally. And then all of a sudden, this fake religion by this pedophile fake prophet comes along. And it's like,
didn't he just wake up in a dream and go, yeah, this is what I'm doing?
We're going to make your land better. We're going to force all this out. I have the word of Allah. Like, come on, dude. You guys destroyed that land. You destroyed that land. Iran, man, those poor people, dude. I don't know. I don't know how they're ever going to get it back. They're just not. I mean, maybe they just cut their losses and just blow the fucking thing. Let's Hiroshima that bitch. Who gives a shit anymore?
Whoa.
Yeah, no, I'm being serious.
The nuclear.
No. Let's Hiroshima that shit.
You want to?
This is what we do. This is what we do.
Whoa.
This is what we send out a decree, and we don't bring them to the U.S. By the way, we find another place where we can take all the Iranian refugees in, because we got to take them into somewhere else to where we can fully vet them. We still got to see who sneaks out and who's still loyal to the regime before we let them anywhere else. We give them a chance. We announce it. We go, look, you guys got 90 days. This is happening.
Are we able to...
We have this big countdown that the White House has on their social media that every day that clock keeps ticking.
Hold up. Are we able to limit the blast radius of this nuclear attack you're claiming?
Yeah, you can. Depends on what you use. Yeah, there's definitely different ways.
I mean, the radiation alone is going to fuck up everybody else, but
yes and no. There's different nuclear weapons that they can use. I mean, but I just go for broke at this point. Wipe it out. Actually, we don't even need to use nuclear. We have large warheads that can do massive damage. Okay, fine.
I would
Let's
rather.
not nuke
I
them.
would just rather put a crater in the ground than to radiate the entire Middle East. And I mean, that's just me. I'm
Okay.
just saying.
Okay. I don't want them to ever have the chance to ever resurface and create this fucked up version of Islam again. Period. That's my take. Yeah, I said it. I don't
There
care.
you
I'm
go.
done.
All
I'm
right,
tired
all
of
right.
these guys. I am
Well,
tired
yeah.
of these guys.
Okay.
It's they have not been a benefit to the world in all of
any
their
way
history.
for the last 1400 years. Nope.
No, they haven't.
And then but I have to be the devil's advocate because I know they're going to pull this card. Well, what about the Christians with the Crusades and the
what about it? It was in
Romans?
response to your fucking it was in response to their Muslim crusades. Exactly what it was. It was in response to.
All right. Okay. Well, on that note, the Foreign Ministry of Iran has this to say. In this recent imposed war against the Iranian nation, the aggressive U.S. regime committed war crimes and gross violations of human rights, including deliberately and purposefully bombing civilian and immune sites. During the aggression against Iran, the brutal U.S. regime targeted civilian sites with educational, medical, and residential symbols with multi-stage missiles. Sites where there were sometimes no military areas within the radius of several kilometers. These are clear examples of war crimes, and an indictment can be issued for each incident. So we're also doing.
Who
we're
cares?
suing.
Dude, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Whatever. Who cares? Who cares? Look, they're gonna keep poking the bear, and they're gonna eventually get the claw, dude. They're gonna get the full open-handed fucking grizzly claw. They're not gonna like it. China's
right.
not gonna come save them. Believe me. Believe me. If the U.S. gets pushed to where that they actually go fuck it, China's not gonna come in and save your ass. Russia ain't gonna come in and save your ass. Kim Jong's gonna be over there twiddling his thumbs, going, "Oh, I want to play." Like, no one's gonna come and save Iran, dude. Nobody. And they haven't been doing themselves any favor by attacking their Gulf state neighbors. And they can claim, well, we're just attacking U.S. bases on your soil. Yeah, sure, buddy. They're not making any friends. They're not doing anything that is positive for the region. They're
Right.
definitely not doing anything that benefits their own people. They got to go. And I'm talking about the Islamic regime. I'm not talking about Iranians. The problem is Iranians, like, they're not the problem. The problem is the regime and these fanatical idiots who support the regime. That shit's got to go. I mean, it never, ever should have been allowed to exist and take over. And now we have the same tactic that was used to turn that country into a theocratic authoritarian state that they're using in the United States. Same exact tactic, intertwining socialism with Islam. They're doing it here now with the DSA. That's the exact same tactic. Look at your history. It's the same exact way that they were able to infiltrate and get control of Iran in 78 and take actual power in 79. Same tactic. They're trying to do it here in the US.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was hilarious. And
Oh, it is hilarious. It ain't gonna fucking happen.
it got your blood pressure up a tad. So
It's not gonna happen though. It's not gonna happen. I'm just at the point, man, where I'm just done with the back and forth on this crap. It's like let's just fucking end it. Let's end it. Either we pull out and we let them take the world over, or we just say fuck it. Done. We're done.
all right.
We're
well,
done.
I don't want to spoil the momentum here. Okay. But another country is upset at the United States. Mexico to press criminal charges over the deaths of their own citizens in U.S. custody. They will file criminal complaints in the U.S. over the deaths of 14 citizens in ICE custody and 3 during ICE operations around human rights, obviously. There was a Mexican national, Lorenzo Salgado Arujo something, was shot by an ICE agent in Houston, sparking protests and backlash. And the response, and there's our little protest there. And of course, the response from the government of Mexico is we are going to go and arrest ICE agents and take them to court.
How?
So
No,
they-
seriously, how they could do this?
I don't know how they plan on pulling this
How
off.
they do this?
I don't know, but just
Look,
like Iran, they are going to fucking sue.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Anyway, let's not gloss over the tragedy, though, right? Like people
No.
losing their lives if they're innocent people, but we don't know the folks. I don't know the circumstances of that story. I have no idea what led to it, and I'm not advocating that it's right. But just in you reading that story, just that story alone, they claimed that they're going to press charges for the U.S. killing Mexicans in
14
U.S. custody.
Mexicans.
So
yeah,
they are literally admitting that their people are illegally entering the United States of America
yes,
without proper paperwork.
yes.
Gotcha.
So, but they're going to file
So
all
they're
of this,
invaders.
but they're filing all of this in U.S. court over the death of their citizen in U.S. custody.
Right.
Right.
Who technically invaded the United States of America.
And the foreign minister, Roberto Velasco, told journalists that they are going to take forceful legal action to protect the human rights of Mexicans in the United States.
Keep them in fucking Mexico then. Make Mexico a better place to where they don't have to leave it. How's that?
Exactly.
How's that?
So it caused
It's
an
so
outright.
sad, dude, because nobody look, if you're like we live in California, I don't think anyone could really say you hate Mexicans, Mexican culture, Mexican food. Like I don't. Everybody thinks that we're white racist piece of shits because we advocate for people coming in legally and properly and integrating. That's all we ask. The same thing that I would expect of myself if I went to another country. If I got to the
Right.
point where I said, fuck the US, this isn't for me, and I want to go to Germany, then I want to be a fucking German.
And you're
Fucking
gonna have to
Lederhosen,
figure-
beer, the whole bit, whatever.
You're,
Yeah,
and
whatever.
you're going to have to figure out that fucking German rule book.
No, absolutely. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, it's like nobody is hating Mexicans. I'm just tired of this coming up because we want people to come here legally. And look, everyone always brings up the in the US, I forgot what was that. But basically we, bring you're sick, you're tired, you're poor.
Yeah.
We welcome you with open arms. Right, for asylum seekers. But the burden is on you to prove you actually need asylum. Like that you meet all the criteria for asylum.
For asylum.
You must have been persecuted by your government for political reasons or whatever. Like you have to prove this. It's not a guarantee. You can't use that as a way to just subvert our laws and just walk onto US soil and just create this life. Like, yeah, it sucks. I'm sorry. It sucks for you. But I mean, you also can't be a burden on society either. We're already stretched thin, cost of living, economy, everything. It's like, what more do you guys want from us?
Well, here's one of the incidences that happened. The kid of the father was shot during one of the traffic stops. Said that his dad didn't need to die. He didn't need to take bullets like that. The ICE is, wrong, all this stuff. So the DHS in a statement said that he rammed an ICE vehicle, refused to follow verbal commands, and used his vehicle as a weapon in an attempt to run over a law enforcement officer.
Well,
so they responded with self-defense shooting.
So there's a circumstance.
Right. But now, of course, everybody's going to say liar, videotape, whatever. But if this is a true statement, like this is exactly why they fired on him. What do you want them to do? Just get run over? What do you want them to do?
Yeah,
Just
that
take
is what
one,
they want.
Just take one into the ass so they can sit there and laugh at him after? I mean, I don't.
So then can the U.S. go to Mexico and sue them and hold them accountable for crimes against humanity? Or impeding law enforcement during their duties? Can they do that for impeding law enforcement? Can we sue them for that?
Well, I mean, if we're
It
going
was
to
a Mexican citizen. So if it was a Mexican citizen representing Mexico who came to impede law enforcement from doing their job and also trying to kill a law enforcement officer who was a U.S. citizen, then are we going to war with Mexico now? Is this a declaration of war? Like, where are we at? I mean, this is how stupid it gets, man. This is my point. This is how convoluted this crap gets.
Well, but I mean, like I said, what I was going to say is if we're going to play this fucking game, then anytime an American tourist goes to Cabo or whatever,
Right.
or anywhere in Mexico, and they go missing or they get robbed or they
Yeah.
die or whatever, I guess we have a legal right to sue them in Mexican court.
I mean, who do we arrest? Can we arrest a cop, or do we arrest the political official in charge of that district or that area?
If that's how it works out there, sure, why not?
Yeah, right. Like,
Okay, let's just go all the way.
where does it end? Where's it end?
I mean, this is new to me because I've never in my life ever. I mean, obviously, countries will go, "Oh, human rights," well, we'll take you to international court, whatever. But I've never seen this where it's like we're going to go to court in your country and we're going to fucking handcuff you and drag you back to our country. It's like, what the fuck is this?
It's like the only borders that aren't allowed to actually exist seem to be the U.S. borders. Like, we're not a fucking economic zone. I'm sorry. I know everybody thinks we are, but that's not what we are. We're a sovereign nation, man. We really are.
And that's the other issue that drives me nuts is a lot of these guys, you could fucking say whatever you want to me. It is true. A lot of these people immigrate here on their visa, H-1Bs, or on their fucking work visa, whatever it is that they use, and they make a shit ton of money because it's worth 3 times as much in their country, and they drag it all back home, and then they talk about how we suck. It's like, why are you?
That's also
why?
true.
What is this bullshit with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, don't be a dick. We're giving you an opportunity. We're paying you obviously ridiculous money for your country, and you're over here bad mouthing us, and then you're mad because we pull your visa. Then you're mad because we arrested you and shipped you back for being a dick. It's like at some point these guys have to like consequence. They have to have it. They have to at some point realize that shit will happen. America cannot continue on the same path of
accountability. Yeah.
All of it is awesome. Come on. You know, I mean, at some point we have to drop the hammer, and I know we all hate Trump here, right? All across the fucking America, but we finally have a president that's willing to take that and drop the hammer. He's willing to go that extra mile to shut the shit down and be like, we can't do this. And I don't understand why that's an issue for I don't know. I'll go all day on this.
It's funny how the U.S. is always under the gun, so to speak, or under fire for enforcing our laws when it comes to immigration, illegal and both legal, but enforcing immigration policy and immigration law, protecting our borders. Yeah. Okay, so we've been under fire. You know what just changed? I don't know if you saw this in the news, but the EU is now increasingly ramping up deportations themselves now. Many European nations are now ramping up mass deportations because the experiment isn't fucking working. It's just not working. When you get time, look into it, man. There's been a bunch of stories that came out about it. This is a fact. European nations have been ramping up mass deportations lately. They're taking a page right out of the U.S.'s book. The same European nations that were criticizing the U.S. for being cruel, unusual, punishing people, like everything that we were doing, marginalizing immigrants, we were hating immigrants, and now the EU is going, you know what, we tried this shit, it ain't working. We're gonna fucking deport people too now. Really?
Well, yeah, because it doesn't.
It's funny how that works, right?
It doesn't work to sit here and keep bringing people that don't align with what it is that you are as a nation.
No.
And it's like any sports team, to use this sad analogy right now. The sports teams are the same way. When you draft a guy, he has to fit your system. He has to fit whatever the fuck it is you're doing. You can't just go and grab a guy that doesn't know how to play the position or doesn't know how to do whatever, try to convert him. 9 times out of 10, it's going to fail.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with countries. It's the same thing. It doesn't even, it's so frustrating to have this fucking issue. It really is. But
I mean, yeah, it's just simply, are they a fit? Are they going to be able to integrate? Do they accept our culture? Do they want to, contribute to the country in which they're, entering and want to set up their life? Or are they taking advantage of it? Which is what we see, way too often.
They all take advantage of it.
Yeah, and don't use that fucking argument. about, well, this country was built on the back of immigrants, and immigrants have contributed so much. And this, yeah, and the fucking country gave back to them. And you know what those people are today? They're Americans because they became Americans. They
I hate that
contributed.
shit too.
They
I hate that
became
shit.
citizens. They did it the right way. And yeah, that's how it works. No,
I hate that. I literally hate this bullshit too. With these guys was like, I'm African American. I'm Pakistani American. I'm Irish American. It's like, no, you're a fucking American. You are here. You're a citizen. You're an American. Fucking deal with that. Deal with that.
Yeah. You're an American with roots.
It's like, if you're going to sit here and separate yourself like that, then you obviously don't care about the country you live in, and you have no allegiance to shit.
Right.
I don't know, like I said, dude, this shit can go on.
I'm with you, man. It goes back to what I was saying about dual citizenship. I don't think that should exist, dude. You can't have one toe, you can't have your toe in the water on each side and depend which one you're going to jump into depending on how warm or cold it feels. Like, fuck that.
Well,
you're either in or you're out.
Some of the people that have that dual citizenship, if they do something wrong, they run to the other country and
yes,
hide.
they do.
Like Andrew Tate. And it's true. Why did
Guy's
he
a
fucking
joke, man?
Why did that joker leave America? Because he was about to get in trouble, and he fled to Britain and then on to Romania because he has the citizenship papers to do so.
Yeah.
It's hard to get those guys back and punish them for whatever they do. It's just because then you have to go and do your whole jurisdiction through all these countries. I hate that shit. All right. Boy, we gotten way too serious. This show is.
Oh, I mean, it's stuff that needs to be said, man. Stuff that needs to be talked.
All right. Okay, we're gonna do this one because we need a cleanser.
A cleanser.
We do. Hold on.
Was that too hard? Was it? Did we go too hard?
This is from Odd News AP. A museum will honor a late artist by covering its floor with enough peanut butter to make 15,000 sandwiches.
Elvis? I don't know. Like those peanut butter and banana sandwiches.
More than 800 pounds of peanut butter, enough for the 15,000 sandwiches, will be spread across the floor of a museum in the Netherlands, because of course it's the fucking Netherlands, in a tribute to Dutch artist Wim T. Schippers, who died last month. The conceptual artist who died at the age of 83. He created the Pindacav, you Netherlands guys with all your fucking consonants and vowels, you got to stop that shit. Or peanut butter floor in 1969. So this is a recreation of something that he did. There it is, peanut butter floor. Fantastic. I'm not going to play the audio because it's in a foreign language.
As someone,
kids, there you go.
Someone, when I was younger, I aspired to be an artist, and I was, into painting and all that when I was younger. And look, even I am going to question this. How is a peanut butter floor art? What is it representing? Like, what's the message here?
It was created to be absurdist and silly and challenge the conventional idea of the meaning of art, sir.
Which is, you mean like when you buy that piece of art hanging on the wall, that's literally a blank page and nothing, or maybe the little dot. Come on, dude. A peanut butter floor. Oh shit!
And listen. He said, "Quote: Isn't it fantastic that we are all standing here looking at peanut butter?" That's what he said after he made this motherfucking thing.
What's fantastic is they have this little tribute,
and they spread,
and they get to look at it for, they do the speeches, give them 10-15 minutes to ponder it, and then someone walks out with the fucking bread cart, dude, and the giant knife, and they just start making sandwiches and eat that shit. Now that would be an ultimate tribute.
Now, what else was included in the 1997 unveiling of this peanut butter slab was floors covered in glass and salt only. It was part of the floor covering art series in 1997 at the Central Museum in the Netherlands.
Okay, cool. I don't get it. Yes, I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
A reporter that remembers the incident, said that the smell of peanut butter filled the museum, and and he said the installation may not be for everybody.
I would say not. Jesus Christ, man. There couldn't be one young kid from America that can even get within 3 miles of that fucking thing without dying of some kind of peanut allergy. Like, it's just not going to happen.
This recreation took 2 employees several days to spread 40 buckets of peanut butter across 270 square feet. And then
dude, that room is death. I'm telling you, it's death to people. I'm telling you, all the people with the allergies, dude, you can't even look at a fucking peanut sideways. There's no way. I wonder what. Okay, so what is it? I got to know, who's the corporate sponsor? Is it Jif? Like Skippy? Like, who's
I don't.
behind
It
this?
doesn't. It doesn't necessarily. It doesn't necessarily say the actual company that provided. Oh, actually, it does. No,
it does.
That's a guy.
Who is it?
Oh my god, what is it with you fuckers? Clave.
What's that?
It's a Dutch peanut butter.
Must be their brand.
I guess so.
All right.
Multiple visitors. But hold on. Multiple visitors.
Who's the asshole to walk in with a bucket of jam? That's what I want to know. Who's coming in with the jam?
You know what you just said about the slices. All right, I'm going to read you something in this article that happened in 1997 after it was after the original. Okay. A group of people placed 12 slices of bread and several bags of hagelslag, whatever the hell that is. And it was chocolates with chocolate sprinkles commonly eaten on a bread at breakfast, and they cut it off the floor. So you are correct. Somebody did do it.
All right. It didn't go to waste.
So in honor of our artiste, that is how we close the show. Fantastic. Thank you all for listening.
And have yourself a sandwich.
Have a peanut butter sandwich. Please wash your ass. And by all means, like, share, subscribe the show. Subscribe to the show. Next week, we'll have another one of these live streams at 6 o'clock on
6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna be on Rumble, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick.
Yes, sir. And we will work on our sponsorship skills for the next episode.
Right.
That is it, kids. See you later.
Peace.